I'm going to be sharing with you how I sponsored over 40 people last year to qualify for Eagle. So I'm actually similar to Bernie and Gina. I think it was Gina who said she's qualified 3 times and only been on 1 trip. So that's me as well. So just to reiterate, obviously the trips are fantastic, but it's what it does for your business that really counts. Like I just mentioned, I was a cabin crew for 19 years, for those that you don't know me, and loved my job. I got to travel the world, meet new people. It was literally my dream job. But like I said, I was desperately looking for something that I could do flexibly around my 2 little boys. And I didn't actually want to go into retail. I didn't want to go into an office job. And good fortune came my way when I was shown forever through the products, the Clean 9. Got tremendous results from it, persuaded my husband to do it and 2 of my friends to do it before I'd even actually done it myself. So I was actually already recommending the products. And I actually joined just to get a discount on the drinking gel. I didn't actually know anything about any other products at that time. And then it was 5 weeks, hit my first promotion. And it was then I thought, do you know what? This is going to get me out of my flying career. This is going to give me what I'm looking for: financial freedom, flexibility, and time with my boys. And 6 years in January, it has given me more than I could possibly imagine. I absolutely love it. I used to dread this time of year. School holidays, 6 weeks off, juggling childcare, not having anybody to look after the kids. Gio is my husband, he's Italian. My mum's lives in Brighton. It was just an absolute nightmare. But, now we can do days out. We can do whatever we want. I don't have to book time off. And it's these sort of times that, I really appreciate the business and what it's given me so far. So moving on then. So my background, which I've already said, I was Eagle Manager, qualified for the last 3 years. And our last trip here was Dallas. So I just wanted to share with you the experience of these trips, because there might be some new managers on here, that haven't actually qualified for an Eagle Manager trip before. Obviously being cabin crew, I have traveled the world. Maldives, that's where I met Gio. Canada, Colombia. I've been everywhere. And everyone said, you've got to go for these Eagle Manager trips. Now, we've already heard tonight that Eagle Managers earn twice as much as a normal, as a regular manager. And obviously, we do it for financial reasons. But to think, that you can actually earn twice as much for qualifying this incentive, as well as this all expenses paid trip. This trip, I get goosebumps. I've actually got goosebumps looking back at this trip now. Everybody said the trips are amazing. And I thought, are they really as good as everybody's saying? I want to see for myself. And the trip was absolutely mind-blowing from beginning to end, from the training, the way you're treated, how everything's organised, how they look after you. The party at Southport Ranch was absolutely incredible. Mind-blowing experiences for me and my family. And literally, my boys still talk about it now. So if you love travel, hopefully next year we're going to be able to go away. Go for this incentive. It's not just for the travel alone, but it's the experience. Speaking to other business owners from all over the world, hearing their testimonials, hearing their stories, getting nuggets of information. You've heard again tonight. I never stop learning. I log in, I tune into the trainings. If I can't tune into the trainings that are in the day, I make time out in my diary to listen to those trainings and to implement them. There's no point in, and I always say this to my team, there's no point in tuning into trainings if you're not going to implement the information that you've given. So Dallas was absolutely incredible, mind-blowing, and I absolutely loved it. So then how did I sponsor 40 people? Now, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest recruiter. Some people may think that I am, but I know that there's lots of people out there that are much bigger recruiters than myself. But what I do to sponsor those 40 people is to be consistent, and you'll hear this time and time again. My who do you know list, these are the top tips that I would say. So my who do you know list, working my way through that daily list. I've actually printed it off. Here's an example. I print off my who do you know list, and I actually work that who do you know list. I've actually just printed it off again today, because once I've gone through that whole who do you know list, I print it off and I start again. I connect and add, and speak to 5 new people a day. So I'm constantly building my network of people, whether it be in groups, out and about, anything like that. Suggested friends on Facebook. I work a lot on Facebook and Instagram, but mostly on Facebook. So I'm constantly building my network and building those relationships. 7-day plan. I'm such a big believer in the 7-day plan. I actually implement this 7-day plan from the moment that I sponsor somebody. So their first planning, when they register with their starter kits, I book in their first plan, so I know when their starter kit is coming, and I put their planning in, and I actually get them to print off one of these 7-day plans, and I actually work with the 7-day plan from the start, so they're used to implementing it, and then it's obviously duplicatable, because we want duplication. So this is a working document. I have my 7-day plan. I've actually got all my 7-day plans since I started. I've got a massive little folder of them all, and I keep them to go back on, and it's a working document. Obviously, I have my diary as well here. You see it's all color coded. I know lots of people do that as well. Highlight pink for time out for me. Blue is the business, green is forever, and I've got other bits and pieces here. Again, it's a working document that I use. Retailing the products, obviously we've heard that again tonight. I retail the products as well, because obviously you've got to be able to retail and recruit. And I'd probably say 80% of my team were customers before. And I've just sponsored tonight one of my customers who did the Clean 9. She's gone on to buy, she wanted to purchase more drinking gels, more supplements. And I shared with her the starter kit, and she's joined this evening. And I don't think to myself, oh my goodness, my customer's joined now, that's it. I don't worry about that, because I know that this lady, she loves the product. She's had incredible results from the Clean 9. I know that when she gets that starter kit and starts using all those products, she's going to absolutely love them, and she'll automatically want to share them with her friends and her family. So I do launches, Zoom launches, obviously. I do events. Obviously, now we can do events. I'm doing events and doing an event with my team member on Sunday. I've done vegan events recently, and I get a lot of referrals as well. So, if you've got somebody out there that loves the product, that loves the gel, say to them, who do you know that would benefit or love these products? And again, that in turn does generate new people into your team. And obviously, like we've heard tonight, again, be a product of the product. I actually wrote down how many products that I use from the range. I use nearly 40 products. And when I start talking about the products, people can see my passion. They can see how excited I am. And we hear it all the time. People buy into people. If you love the products that much, they'll want to be part of it. They want to try it. I booked a holiday actually for in a couple of weeks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Hope, fingers crossed, I'm going. We'll have to see. But I've done a video on my customer group sharing what products I'm going to be taking with me on holiday. And they're all my everyday products, but I'm actually taking them away with me. I'm going to be packing 12 mini gels. My boys take the gels. People know that my little boys love the gels. Marco's known as the aloe baby. So people, it's a bit of a running joke, but people know that I love the products. Again, I prospect when I'm out and about. I went to Marks and Spencer's today, and I prospected the lady at the till. I don't go out of my way to do those extra, to go out and meet people, as it were, like prospecting that way. I do it into my daily routine. So yesterday I went to Next, again prospected the lady behind the till, and said, oh, you've given me fantastic customer service. I'd love to work with you. I'm looking to work with people like you. Here's my card. Would it be okay to connect? And I sort of implement that in my everyday activity. And now that we can go out, I'm absolutely loving getting out and about. I do a lot of notice boards as well. Your local Costa Coffees, Starbucks, your local Tesco's. It's quite funny because me and Chrissy, my best friend and manager in my team, I'll go to Tesco's near the school, and her card will be on there. It's almost like a running joke. Oh, you got there first. but coach your team to do that thing. It costs nothing. Most places are free to put notice board, to put something on the notice board. Other things like post offices and your little convenience shops and things like that, it costs something like 50p a week. It's nothing, but you don't know who's going to pick up that card, or you don't know who's going to think, do you know what, I've had a really bad day today. What is this person offering me? Let's find out what it's all about. So these are the activities that I do every single day. So where did my 40 new team members come from? Here we go. So 8 were customers. Like I said, 8 of my customers joined the business. 3 were referrals. Again, I have some people in my customers, that I don't want to join the business. Well, that's fine. Do you know anyone that's looking to to earn some extra money? Just because they don't want to do it, ask them, do they know anyone? I ask that a lot, and I get a lot of response back from that. Local adverts, on Facebook groups and things like that. Notice boards, which I've just mentioned. So 4 were from local adverts, 3 from my gym. I love the gym, go most days. And again, just building those relationships with people all the time. 3 were from events from last year. Ex-work. I said, obviously, to Bob that I didn't have many. 3 of my ex-cabin crew joined the business last year. 1 Dear Neighbour card. I got someone, I've actually got 3 team members on my street. So I've got my next door neighbour, 1 across the road, and literally 3 doors down. And that was all from Dear Neighbour cards. Networking events, when they were up and running, I think they're up and running again now, so I'll be going to those again. Again, meeting new people, I absolutely love it. That is what we do, really. We meet new people. Who do you know list? 11 people and 1 from Instagram. So they are how I got my 40. So going back to last year for the Eagle Manager Incentive, I just wanted to share with you all what I actually, my CC's total, as it were, for last year, how I qualified by just doing these simple activities daily. And if you think about it, if you break it down, it's not actually a lot what I do, because I'm incorporating it into my everyday life. I've got my 7-day plan all planned out, so I know what I'm doing. Specifically now on school holidays, I'm actually getting up at 7 every morning with my team that want to work with me, and I'm doing a power hour every morning at 7, and I do one at 8 o'clock in the evening as well for people that want to log on and want any help, because my daytime is for my boys. So in the end, last year I did 720 was the obviously the requirement. I did 1,732 new CCs. I did 720. So I was cut off there. I had 3 supervisors come through. So as it stands at the moment, this is actually 3. I just checked this morning. So I'm actually on 333 case credits at the moment and 115. So my new business is done. So all I'm going to concentrate on now is working with my new team that are coming through. I've sponsored 6 people since the qualification period. So, not a huge amount, but I'm working with those, and I can see straight away there's one of those 6 that I think will become a supervisor. So just work with those people that want it, and that you can see working with. In the past, when I first started, I'd work with people that I thought, they keep saying they want it, but they don't want it. And then you miss the people that are actually the ones to work with, the ones that, that want it, that want to top up their income, that want the incentives and things like that. So always work with the people that want it. But as I always say, success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. And I guarantee, and I say it to my team all the time, do the daily activity consistently, get your day book, do your bullet points, do what you need to do, and the results will come. When you sponsor people, it's a 6 to 8 week lead time. People get despondent 3 weeks in, they go, I haven't sponsored anyone. And that happened, when I first started. I was like, I've not sponsored anyone, what's going on? And then the momentum comes. 1 month, I can't remember when it was, I only sponsored 2 people. And I thought, no, I want to sponsor more. And then last month I sponsored 6. So as long as you keep doing the activity, keep doing it consistently, you will get the results. So I hope that has helped.